Hi, thanks for joining me today. It's Kathie, and I have the final September 2017 Paper Pumpkin project to share with you. This is alternate project number 6, and I'll be sharing with you the last 2 cards using the September kit. All right, we're going to get started. The first card is this cute little spooky card, and I really like how that turned out. Here are the elements that we use: black Stampin' Write marker, 2 of the die-cut leaves, 2 of the small tags with the gold accent, and a black card panel, and then a Spooky Night design paper that I finally decided to use. All right, using the, we're going to start off actually with the small tags. I just snipped off the top part, and then we're just going to create a curve. So just make sure your edges are nice and smooth. And then the second tag, we're just going to snip off the top again and then create the same shape. So we're snipping off the top because we don't want that little hole on our tombstones, because that's what that's going to be. And, you know, you can have one taller than the other if that's what you like. Now we're going to shade each one of these tombstones. I did shade it with a little bit of blue, whatever I had left on my blending tool, and then sponged it afterwards with basic gray. Now onto these leaves, just draw some curves, and this is going to be for our ghosts. And that leftover piece, they look like those little twirly things on a maple tree. But I'm not going to be making a card on that. So that's an idea for you. Okay, and once these are all cut out, I did do some extra fussing on the shape because I wanted the sides to kind of come straight down instead of curving a little bit, because they are. So just a little small indentation for the head, and then come straight down so that it drapes. It kind of shows that it's draping downward instead of outwards, if you know what I mean. Okay, and then with the fine tip on using the black Stampin' Write marker, when you create these lines, make sure they're angled kind of towards the head, inward. You want it inward. So I like how I did the first ghost better. And then here's the second one. I went a little bit too long on the third stroke right there. But it will work just fine. And then using the thicker tip, I'm just drawing in the eyes for the ghost. Okay, and then sponged it a little bit with blue and then gray. Just to dirty him up a little bit, or them up. Okay, and then I stuck down the black panel onto the design paper, which I shouldn't have done, but you'll see in a minute. And then I'm using the same sentiment from the Spooky Cat. And then with the Whisper White Pigment ink, now I'm kind of adding some detail to the black panel. And that's what I meant by I shouldn't have stuck it down first, but it worked out okay. So just drawing, or I guess drawing in the moon using the white pigment ink, and then the side of that dauber, just kind of create those little tails coming off of that moon. And then just fill in the bottom part there for the ground. And then I started kind of swirling the dauber just to get the mist happening on the bottom there going upwards. And once this pigment ink dries, it does lighten up. So it's not going to be too strong. And I did bring in my eraser just to try and erase some of the strong parts that showed up too much. Like there was some dots on the moon there that looked kind of weird. And then that little part there. So just lighten that up a little bit. All right. And for these tombstones, we're going to raise those with the dimensionals. Okay. And then the trick or treat sentiment, I did cut them apart. And we're just going to stick down the trick or treat over top of the tombstones. And then here are the ghosts. We're going to raise that also with dimensionals. And I'm just fussing on the placement before I actually press down on them. All right, so I'm happy with that. And then I'll just put it on a top folding card base. And that's it. Super easy. And I really like how these ghosts came out. They're really cute. Here's a couple of stills of the finished card. All right, we're going to get started on the second card, and I think it turned out really nice also. Some happy colors there. We're going to work on the pillow box piece. We're just going to clean up the edges first, and then we'll remove that one end there right at that curved section. And then I'm just going to line it up on my craft mat. And then using my Fisker's ruler, I'm just going to find the center point, mark that, and then come down about 1/4 inch, and then mark the sides there, and then we'll just connect the 2 tick marks. All right, and at the bottom, we're going to do the same thing, mark the center, and then we're going to come up 1 inch, and then connect the tick marks. All right, now we're going to take it to my trimmer, and then we'll just remove the excess, just line up the pencil marks, and then we'll just cut those off. And then once you're done that, we'll just remove the pencil marks. So we'll just erase any parts there that you see. And then with my scissors, I'm just going to curve the corners. Around the corners, actually. Okay, and then I have 2 green ferns from the kit. And then also the gold leaf sticker. We're going to use the, I don't know, is that the negative part? But we're going to use what's left over after we use the original sticker piece. And I'm just going to cut around the edge there. And we're going to use this and place it on the front of that pillow piece. And it looks kind of like a crest, I guess. And this is Melon Mambo cardstock. We're going to put that on top folding card base. And we're going to use the friend sentiment from the Lovely Words Thinlits. All right. And then now we're going to glue those ferns. And I thought I'd remove 2 of the little leaves there just in case we need it at the bottom. So just kind of marked it, and then we're just going to glue it down. And I could have gone just a tad higher, I think, because they look just a teeny bit low. And then we'll just snip off that stem, and then I'm just going to glue one of the leaves just to get it to tie in together. And then for that pillow piece, we're going to raise it with some dimensionals. Okay, pretty easy so far. And then onto the leaf piece, we're just going to glue that down onto the pillow piece. And then we're going to glue down the friend sentiment, and I die cut that in advance. All right, and then to make sure those little bits in the center of that leaf doesn't come off, I'm going to hit it with some crystal effects, or if you have glossy accents, that will work too. So it goes down a bit milky, but once it dries, it'll be just as shiny. All right. So there it is dried. It took up maybe about 40 minutes. And then I put the bow on the leaf there. I just pre-tied that. And that is the twine from the kit, and also some glitter enamel dots just to finish off the card. And here's a couple of stills of the finished card. I think it turned out really nice. I hope you enjoyed all of the cards in the September kit. Thanks so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see what we have for the October-November kit. Bye for now.